Judgment. This is Star Trek Enterprise Season 2. You need to have an episode of Star Trek with a Klingon court battle. That's like standard in Star Trek. We've seen it before. This was a pretty good one. Let's break it down. We're going to talk about it using my patented space system. Story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. In each category, you get a score between 0 and 2. 2 is the best that you're going to get in any category. I'm going to give the storyline a 1 for the reasons I have already outlined. Look, this is a good story. Maybe even 1.5. I'm going to give it a 1 because you know exactly where it's going and what's going to happen. There's almost no aspect of it that you can't predict, but it was done very well, and there was a little thing at the very end that was kind of cool. So Archer is being tried in a Klingon court, and Martok, the actor who plays Martok, plays a different Klingon. He's his defense attorney, and the prosecution is just like, yeah, he attacked Klingons, and it's like, okay, it's like so fake. Like they always do these ones where it's like, here's what happened. You're like, that didn't happen, right? You know that this is not what Archer did. But in any case, so that's the courtroom drama that's going on. The story. The good parts of the story is it's about that Klingon defense attorney who's like, look, we're not all just warriors. The courtroom was about justice, and he's trying to make an argument for Archer, and that whole thing plays out really well. And that's why I'm giving it a 1. I like the story. It's not anything we haven't seen before, and it plays out in the way that you think it's going to play out. So I'll give it a 1. Pacing, I'll also give it a 1. Everything's fine. Again, because you know how it's going to play out, there's really not much. You're not really on the edge of your seat, right? Like, I mean, you know they're going to get him off, right? It's just sort of how it happens, and you know, not how they get him off, but like how he's going to be, you know, freed or whatever. Like you I mean, if you've seen this episode, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I wasn't bored. It was still good. I like the pacing. So for the artistry, I'm giving it a 2, actually. Firstly, they go to that frozen penal colony planet, which we've seen before, and the Klingons look good. I mean, I know that they could have done just like the regular Klingons from TOS because this takes place before that, and that might irk some people. Did I think that they would ever do the Klingons in that way? No. When they said there's going to be Klingons in this show, you knew that it was going to be the modern-looking Klingons. That was proven in the very first episode of Star Trek Enterprise. You're like, you just got to have to live with it. They try to make excuses for it later and say, oh, there's like different breeds or something. Whatever. I don't think anyone cares that much. I mean, it's just that's what it is now. You're just used to those Klingons. I always love the Klingon court. It always looks cool to me, and the big like massive ball. It's like, like that's cool with the claw hand. The other aliens in that prison colony are cool. Like everything looks good to me. The music's good, like good atmosphere. So I love the artistry on this one. I'm giving the characters a 2 out of 2. That Klingon guy was friggin' awesome. He was a great character. There's a lot of depth to that character. You got his backstory without making it too cheesy. He was a good man. Like he wanted to do the right thing. That's awesome. Obviously, everybody in the Star Trek crew, Enterprise crew, is just, I love these characters. I might say, I'm almost close to saying that Enterprise as a collective, all characters, is probably my favorite. Where there's not even one character on Enterprise where I thought, I can't even say that for original series. Like Chekhov, like he's all right. You know, Sulu's okay. I like everyone else. Next Gen, there's many people I either just dislike or don't care about. So that's probably my least favorite crew, to be honest. As a full crew, I'm talking about, you got to judge it from your captain down to your ensign or whoever. So maybe I'll do a video, maybe I'll do a stream on that. That might be a fun stream to do. So I love the characters of the Enterprise. They're all great. And that Klingon guy was awesome. So there you go. Enjoyment factor. I'm actually going to give this a 2 out of 2 enjoyment factor. I actually really like this episode. I know I ding the story for being, you know, a bit generic, and the pacing's like, well, you know, it's not exciting, or it's not exciting, but I enjoyed the process of the Klingon trial, and I like that the guy coming to the realization that, yeah, I gotta, like, you know, man up and do a Klingon up and do something here, right? That was all really good. Archer's relationship with him and the way they talked was so good. Archer's a great captain, great character too. So that's it. Giving this one an 8 out of 10. Good job on Enterprise. Season 2 is still killing it for me. A lot of 8s, a lot of 9s, some 10s as well. So maybe a few 10s. So good job with everything. That's it. If you enjoy my space system, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, check out the playlist for Star Trek. That's it. Until next time.